It was junior year of high school, and I hadn't started my 15-page term paper on the Industrial Revolution. It was due Monday morning. Sunday night at 11 p.m., I realized no amount of caffeine could save me. I needed a week. A flu wouldn't cut it. My history teacher, Mr. Henderson, was a hard-nose who demanded a doctor's note for anything less than a missing limb. So I went for the gold, an emergency appendectomy. I emailed him from my hospital bed, my couch, typing with one hand to make it look shaky. I told him my appendix had practically exploded and I was being rushed into surgery. I even added, "I'm so sorry about the paper. I tried to write it in the ambulance." Mr. Henderson was surprisingly sweet. He told me to forget the paper and focus on my long recovery. I spent the next week playing video games and slowly writing the paper. To make it believable, I watched YouTube videos on how people walk after abdominal surgery. When I returned to school, I wore baggy sweatpants and walked with a slight hunch, wincing every time I sat down. I was an Oscar-level performer. I told everyone the scar was too gnarly to show. The grandmother moment. Fast forward to the end of the semester. Our school held a teacher-student charity 5K to raise money for new gym equipment. My mom, a marathon runner and the most honest woman on earth, signed us both up. I totally forgot about my surgery because in my head I was already healed. I was at the starting line in neon spandex, stretching my hamstrings and doing high knees to warm up. I felt great. That is, until I felt a hand on my shoulder. It's a miracle. I turned around, it was Mr. Henderson. He was looking at my midriff, then at my face, then at the fact that I was currently jumping up and down. "The doctors said your appendix was shrapnel 2 months ago," he said, his voice dropping an octave. "Most people can't even lift a laundry basket for 6 weeks, yet here you are, ready to break the school record." The crash. My mom, hearing the concern, stepped in. "Appendix? What are you talking about? This kid hasn't even had a cold this year. He's been training for this race every morning at 5 a.m. The silence that followed was louder than the starting pistol. Mr. Henderson didn't say another word. He just looked at his clipboard, checked my name off, and whispered, "I expect the extra credit bibliography by tomorrow." I ran that 5K in record time, mostly because I was trying to run away from my own soul.